Hola, how is everyone? I hope good. As I sit here in my car, I'm sitting here thinking about my life and the way it was and how happy I was when I had my child and things were going really good for me. And I sit and wonder if I would do things differently, if I would have kept my mouth shut about the things that the universe were letting me see, if I would have shut my mouth about sticking up for people that need to be stuck up for, if I would still have spoke out on my YouTube channel and on Facebook about the unfairness that people are receiving in life. And even though they have ripped and stripped me of my dignity, and they have taken my child away from me, and they are punishing me by keeping me stuck and bound, I think that my words and my wisdom and everything I've gained throughout all I'm going through along this journey, this hard journey through life, being homeless, living in my car, being alone, I asked myself, would I still do it? And I came up with the answer that I believe that my purpose here on earth and, in this life is to speak out and to help other people. So even though I've had to struggle, even though I'm in the position that I'm in right now, I think I would. I think I'd still speak out. My troubles began, 10 years ago? And they haven't stopped because I haven't allowed people to take my power, allowed people to change me, to drag me down, to form me to what society says is normal, to make me believe in religious traditions, to my family's traditions, to be indifferent, to allowing myself to be different, allowing myself to speak out the words I need to speak, to love myself enough to know that no one deserves any treatment that I've received or anyone else has received, to be gossiped about, to be lied about because of people's ignorance and jealousy and envy, to be singled out because I am the race that I am, and people, I guess, didn't know I was until I made it loud and clear. And I'm very proud of my heritage and where I came from, and I'm very proud of my Indian heritage because my mom was full Indian and she was a beautiful lady. As I sit here living in my car, as I sit here alone, I wonder if this is God's plan. Was this God's plan? Was it my plan to struggle? Was it my plan to be treated like someone I'm not, to be made out to be someone I'm not, to have my life ripped apart time and time again, to have my beautiful Jazzy taken away from me? No. But God's plan was for me to struggle, for me to embrace the road that I'm on, to embrace the hardships that people face each and every day that we don't pay attention to embrace what other cultures, what other races go through because of the ignorance of people, to know what the good old boy club is, to know that you at times have to walk away from people that you love so dearly because they're the ones that are destroying your life. They're the ones that spread the lies and hate and rumors about you. To walk away from your home, your job, the people that you love so very much. All to be able to stand your ground. All to be able to say, I'm worth it. I'm worthy. I'm a human being. I love myself enough to know what I will and will not put up with. To have people deceive you, to use you, to lie, And if I don't do it, then how can I show other people that it's okay? It's okay not to believe what everybody else believes. It's okay to be different and unique. It's okay to speak out for what you believe in. As long as we have unconditional love in our hearts and we're kind people and we're generous and we're not selfish and mean and cruel, that's what makes us good human beings. We're living in a world that is so full of darkness and so full of hate and corruption and cruelty and people judging people for no reason. People making decisions about people being a good parent or not a good parent. Ripping families apart. People taking other people's money because they can and they will. And leaving people in positions that are not so great. But if I don't stand my ground, and if I don't keep fighting for what I know is true, for what I know is right, then who will? Not very many people, because not very many people want to end up where I'm at. All I know is each day I pray for the highest good for everything and everyone. I pray that my life will take a turn, and it will be for the better. I pray one day that I can see my daughter, because they haven't even let me talk to her since the day that they took her away for no reason. I pray that the truth comes out in all my situations, what people have done to me and what they've done to other people. I'm not alone. I don't walk this journey alone. There's many of us. I'm just strong enough and I'm courageous enough to say, you know what, no more. Because I deserve so much more in life. I deserve a bed to go home to. I deserve food on my table. I deserve to watch my kiddo grow. And I deserve to be treated as good as anybody else. And until that day, I'm not going to stop speaking out. I'm not going to stop fighting. I'm not going to stop standing my ground. I'm not doing this because I'm playing a victim. I'm not doing this because I feel sorry for myself. I'm doing this because if I don't, no one else will. And no matter how the world perceives me, or my decisions, or my path that I'm going down, doesn't really matter. All that matters is I know where I'm going, I know what God wants me to do, and I'm standing my ground and I'm fighting for what's right. For those people that are out there that have had a part in my life and in any other someone else's life by taking things away from them, by making them look like they're the bad people, by smearing their name, their reputation in the mud, by taking their children, by taking their money, their inheritance, or anything, you're wrong. And God is watching, and God is working behind all of us. When you see somebody that's homeless, or you see somebody that's begging on the streets for money, please stop, because it's not a joke. It's not fun. It's an exhausting life to live. You worry about how you're going to eat. You worry about how you're going to put gas in your car if you have a car. Where you're going to sleep so you don't go to jail, or they don't, the police aren't knocking on your window at 3 in the morning. You worry about if this is the way that you're going to live the rest of your life. You worry about feeding your dog if you have a dog. And people don't always end up here because they're addicts, because they're addicted to something. It's in the hands of other people. Other people have a big part of where we end up in life, and it's very unfortunate. And in my case, it's my family. My family has not liked that I've been very independent, that I stand on my own and I stand up for people that I believe need help. I stand up for myself and I stand up for what's right. And I'm not going to back down. I'm not going to stop fighting. I'm actually just going to get stronger and stronger, and my voice is going to get stronger and stronger. And I'm not going to stop until this stops. To everyone that has helped me out there, I won't mention your names, but I just want you to know that I appreciate you. I'm sending you all so much unconditional love and just lots of positive vibes and lots of things. Prayers would be good for me. If you know me really well, you know I'm strong and I can withstand a lot of shit in my life. That's the way God has built me, and that's the way I'm building myself. So this isn't for pity. This isn't for sympathy. This is real life. Real life that a lot of people are facing. Real life that goes on all the time, that people turn their nose to, turn their eye to, that ignore, that doesn't think that it's real, thinks people like me are crazy and we make up stuff and we've lost our minds. And that's not the case. That's just what they want you to believe. The truth is that, you know, people like me, we're not crazy. I'm surprised we're not. We should be after what people have put us through. But to those that really do believe that, you're wrong. You're wrong. And those that believe that I was ever a bad mother or I ever neglected my child is wrong. And I don't deserve to be in this position, and my daughter doesn't deserve to be in this position, and we don't deserve to be apart. So stand strong, stand tall, stand your ground. Don't allow other people to push you around. Don't allow people to take things from you that do not belong. Do not let this world, the corruption, the lies, the hate, the judgment of other ignorant people stop you from being who you are. Fight for what you believe in. Peace.